Slapping a famous Italian supercar logo on a piece of plastic usually screams cheap marketing gimmick. The reality of this entry-level racing wheel is far more nuanced. You see that prancing horse and the price tag under $100. Your brain immediately starts doing gymnastics to justify the purchase. Is it a toy? Is it a serious tool? To be fair, the build quality hits way above its weight class. It is all plastic. There is no getting around that. However, the construction feels incredibly solid. There is no flex. There is no annoying creak when you really lean into a turn. It feels like it could actually survive a few heated moments of frustration during a tight race. Then you look at the pedals. This is where things get truly unexpected. They packed in magnetic sensors. This tech is usually reserved for professional gear that costs 3 times as much. These sensors mean the pedals stay accurate for years. There are no physical parts to wear out or get dusty over time. It is a brilliant move. The footwork feels crisp. The response is reliable. Setting everything up is a total breeze. You just clamp it to your desk. You plug it in. You are ready to hit the track. There is zero software to mess with. But here is the massive catch. Most people do not realize this until they are halfway through their first lap. This wheel uses bungee cord technology for its resistance. That is just a fancy way of saying there is no motor inside. You are essentially pulling against a heavy-duty rubber band. When you turn, the wheel pulls back. When you let go, it snaps back to the center like a slingshot. You do not feel the road. You do not feel the tires losing grip. You do not feel the rumble of the curb or the weight of the car shifting. It is a pure arcade experience. It is not a simulation. There is also a noticeable dead zone right in the middle. The steering feels loose and disconnected before that bungee cord finally engages. If you are trying to make tiny, precise adjustments, it is frustrating. It feels like you are fighting the equipment rather than the track. If you are playing on a hardwood floor, the pedals will slide away from you. There is nothing on the bottom to grip the surface. You will find yourself chasing your equipment across the room. The real kicker is the next step up in the product line. That model actually features real force feedback. It has a motor that communicates with the game physics. It costs more, but it lives in a completely different universe of technology. Most people buy the budget bungee version first. They realize within a week that they actually wanted the feeling of a real car. Then they spend more money to upgrade. It is the classic trap of buying twice. If you are buying this for a kid who wants to feel like a driver, it is a fantastic gift. It looks great on a desk. It feels premium for the price. But if you are chasing realism, this will not give you what you want. Know your category before you pull the trigger. This is about managing expectations. You get the Ferrari look. You get the magnetic pedals. But you lose the physical connection to the road. It is a trade-off that depends entirely on what you value more. For the casual gamer, it is a win. For the aspiring sim driver, it is just a stepping stone.